So about my fourth workshop. In my fourth workshop, I will have people that have been in the three workshops or people that are therapists of constellation or angelic Reiki healers or healers that have been healers more than 30 years. That's the prerequisite. In this workshop, I will talk about the things I talk about in my book, Immaculate Conception, what can happen and how you can harm a hypersensitive, ungrounded person, which is very important for the therapists that take on ungrounded priestesses that are of very high energy, but because of a lot of traumas and slandering and the consciousness, they haven't had the ability to have a thick wall of protection around them. Usually the Sophias go through a lot of strange things because the Sophia Christ has a lot to handle from the consciousness, from her own traumas of past life and this life, and because they have to bring through certain knowledge. When they bring through the knowledge and they do their mission, then they are recharged and then they have super protection even in their everyday life. So about the Sophias, if you take on Sophias and they are Sophias a couple decades, you have to have a very high vibration. You have to say certain things to be sure you are not connecting with the twin flame or the co-analogies that are not enlightened, or people that are doing on purpose siphoning of the Sophia Christ's high energies and making money on behalf of her womb and heart. So these are things that you really have to know about this. Now 2026 is the year where Jesus is the patron of the year. The angel of Jesus has given an upgrade to the guardian angel. Why? Because we live in chaotic times and a lot of timelines are still here that are not of the new age timeline. With the diamond and golden light, if you want to be, you have to clear the past. Now, to clear the past, you have to have protection because then it gets harder and harder and you have to be totally alone living in a forest for 10, 20 years or not talking to anybody from your old friends, which they leave anyway. But anyway, what happens is with this upgrade of the guardian angel, you will be protected from the negative talk of the twin flame, the negative talk of the soul mate, the negative talk or telepathy of the identical twin flame or the sister twin flame. These are things that I have experienced, and I have the mastership now coming through to transmit this knowledge. There are so many out there working on traumas and hypnosis, more than 20 years, the same issues, and nothing is happening because of past ancient vows, self-curses, or curses of this life that trigger past life curses with your twin flame or your soul mate, either to get married, to have a baby, or to write books. Now, if these people write books while they are connected with you, they are taking out of the common well, which is okay if they don't know you. But if they have met you personally, they have responsibilities. The same with the girlfriends of the twin flames and your soul mate. If there is a girlfriend that does sexual magic on your soul mate when you are connected to have a holy child because you have the capacity of immaculate conception, as it was done in ancient Atlantis, then this woman can be harmed in her womb. So this woman is harming the other woman by cleansing her stuff on behalf of her womb. Now, if I connect with a goddaughter and my goddaughter has protection, maybe her animal will get this cancer. So this is very deep and very serious. And these are mistakes that are now happening from constellation therapists. And the thing is, these people, they try to fix it, but it's too late. And you can't die from it because God is always protecting the high priestess. The temple priestess, you cannot harm her, but you can make her weak. Now, if you make all her chakras weak and her aura weak and her 7th and 8th chakra weak while she is working constantly, you are disturbing her energy. Now, the psychiatrists know about these kundalini things. The neurologists are now starting to learn about these things because these people get vertigo, they get spasms, they have terrible pain, and especially when they have been hacked in the lower chakras and they can't do what they're here to do 5, 10, 15 years, the kundalini rushes up to the head and they can get very, very serious damage in their ears and in their eyes. I know this because I have experienced it. And when an astrologer 30 years ago told me, you are here to learn people to protect, and you are here to heal children, I never realized what I had to go through to bring this knowledge through. I am watching people that are famous gurus from India or Europe or USA or Canada. I have been connecting with teachers from Australia. They do not know certain things that are happening about intergalactic dimensions and why this is happening. And we pay them $300 an hour. And these people, they only negatively criticize you that it's all yours. It's all your responsibility. No. There are things you have to express to your twin flame or your soul mate, or else there can be very serious damage. Now, if serious damage is being done on lives of animals or lives that are stopped, like holy children, then they have to pay a very big price. Now, these things are mentioned in the Bibles, in the first, in the second Bible, but I will be very simple with it, and I will have a person helping me to express this in the proper way. I need a psychologist or a psychiatrist that works on chronic pain, chronic trauma, and also knows about what happens with sacred relationships.